Okay, all right. I just wanted to say this because it was extraordinary, and that's funny. It was extraordinary. Um, Who the story? True story. Um, I was walking to some place with somebody, and there was tall buildings. So I'm crossing the street. It's weird. I just I'm sorry to digress, but I just realized how so many people don't do that. Like there's so many people that didn't grow up in tall buildings. Obviously, there's so many people who did grow up in tall buildings, but I'm just saying, like there's so many people that they don't really they're not in those environments where there's tall buildings everywhere. But anyway, I was walking, crossing the street, going someplace. I had somebody with me, and basically, how can I say this? But here it is. I passed by potentially, there was a group of people praying. It wasn't that many people, and I was kind of in a rush, but obviously it caught my attention because I walked right by them. I walked right by these people. I didn't really get a good look at anybody. Well, one person, again, they had like their face, if I can remember properly, they had their face like to the sky with their hands up to the sky. They were dressed, and one way you could describe it is like a wizard or like a monk, with the cloths and, you know, sort of like a religious fella in the game Assassin's Creed. It's a PlayStation, Xbox game, if you don't know, game console. But yeah, I was walking. Again, I was walking fast, trying to get someplace. I'm with somebody. I'm walking by tall buildings, trying to make sure I get to the address. This is not a place I constantly go to, so I'm looking at building numbers, make sure I'm in the right direction, go in the right direction. And then um that's when I passed these people. Wasn't that many of them. Like I said, one figure, stands in my head the most because I kind of focused on him as I walked. Like, okay, this is really happening. This is not a prank. Are they serious? Is this a TV? Like, is this a movie set? Is this, who knows? Maybe it's a movie. A movie. Maybe they were doing some filming, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe, but I don't think so. I didn't see no cameras. I didn't see no trailers. I didn't see no refreshments on the side. Lots of times, I've been on movie sets before. Usually, there's someone to conduct the scene, the setting. There's cameras, there's chairs, there's refreshments, there's trailers, there's security, there's walkie-talkies. There's a production team. But as I was walking fast, I walked by these people. one of them kind of um, catches my attention the most because I'm about to walk directly right by him, and I'm looking and I'm saying to myself, "What's going on here?" And then as I'm walking right by him, I'm trying to see what's the problem. Like I'm looking up to see what he's looking at or whatever, and it seems like basically he's doing some type of chant. He's doing some type of prayer. He's doing some type of summoning, and you know, again, I wasn't really looking around like that, but it was kind of weird how I was the only one that was like, I was the only one like that felt like this was different. Like it's a I mean, some would say it's a beautiful day. Like the sun's out. I can't remember the time, but this was definitely during business hours. It's on a weekday. There's people everywhere. Cars, people, tall buildings. Like people are everywhere. Cause I actually remember like, sliding through people. Like, as you walk fast, someone might be walking slow and they might be in a group and it's like I don't really got a time to keep saying excuse me. So you just kind of like, I'm kind of just walking fast, sliding through people. And then, as you walk in the street, and then I see the street, and then I see these people, and they're doing some type of humming and chanting, but it wasn't like a dance. It wasn't like no dance around the fire type of chant. No, it was like a very like focused, hands to the sky, head to the sky. I can't remember if their eyes were open or not, but I know the hands was up, the face was up towards the sky or towards the building. Because again, there's tall buildings and they're facing a building, but maybe they're trying to face the sky. But again, they definitely seem like they're facing the building. I'm looking at the building now. I'm looking up. I'm looking at the building. I'm like, what building is this? What building is this? But I don't know. I just wanted to say that story because, I'm the type of person that I'll ask you what's up. But the reason why I didn't want to disturb them because they were really in live time. They were really actively in some type of prayer trance. They were doing something, a spell or something. I don't know, but they were real. To my knowledge, I didn't see no production crew. It was just these people dressed like they were, they were dressing like in these garments that looked like they were from, hundreds of years ago. I mean, hundreds of years ago. And they're doing this thing, and it's almost like people are not really acknowledging it. It's weird. I'm like telling this person that I'm with, like, look at this. What do you think they're doing? And then I'm rushing at the time, so I'm like looking at them as I continue to walk by them, like this looks real. Like they look like this is not a game. The hell is this about? And then as I go to the corner of the street, getting ready to cross the street to the next street, which maybe it was nothing, but then you see that unmarked car, like an agency type, government agency type. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just wanted to say, like, like I said, one thing you have seen hundreds of years ago all the way to now is, prayer is real. So, don't be afraid to call on the Lord.